There's a silent war happening every single day, and it's not out there. It's inside your head. You wake up feeling behind, off balance, like your soul is drowning in regret, distractions, and invisible chains you don't even remember forging. But your biggest enemy isn't the world, it's the habits you've allowed to control you. The very ones the Stoics warned us about centuries ago. The truth is, your life isn't a mess because of bad luck. It's a mess because of the habits you've unconsciously adopted, the ones that slowly drain your energy, erode your focus, and weaken your inner strength. If you don't quit them now, they'll bleed your spirit dry without you even realizing it. So let's rip the mask off. 1. Don't let your situation define who you are. You're not your job. You're not your bank account. You're not your trauma. But every time you use your situation as an excuse, you're handing your soul over to the world. Epictetus once said, "Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties." About real problems, you tell yourself, "I'd be confident if I looked better. I'd be disciplined if I had more time. I'd be at peace if they hadn't hurt me." This is how you stay weak. This is how you let your environment program your character. The Stoics believed your power lies in your response, not your circumstances. Each day, you have two choices: become the storm or be tossed by it. If you let your situation define you, you'll stay broke, lost, emotional, reactive. But if you want freedom, true internal freedom, start acting like your values don't bend. Just because your life does to, stop making yourself too accessible. You are not a 7-Eleven. You don't have to be available to everyone all the time. Your time, your energy, your presence, they are sacred. But you've been handing them out like candy. People text at 2 a.m. You reply. Someone wants to waste time. You say yes. You scroll endlessly, giving your attention to noise and nonsense. The Stoics would call this slavery. You are enslaved by everyone else's urgency. If you don't control your schedule, someone else will. Try this: be hard to reach. Be selective about who gets your energy. Silence your phone. Close your door. Build an aura of scarcity. Because if you're always available, you'll never be respected. And if you're never respected, not even by yourself, your life will decay from the inside out. 3. Quit focusing on the negative. You're addicted to pain, to outrage, to everything that's wrong. Here's the harsh truth: most of your suffering is self-chosen. Not because life is cruel, but because you keep feeding the wrong wolf. Remember these words from Marcus Aurelius: very little is needed to live a happy life. It is all within yourself. You wake up already stressed. You carry resentment like armor. You look for betrayal, rejection, disrespect, and guess what? You always find it. Your mind is a battlefield, and instead of planting seeds, you've been planting landmines. Stop replaying old wounds like favorite songs. You don't live there anymore. You face the silent habits that rule your day. But now, we go deeper into the thought patterns, reactions, and emotional traps that have quietly shaped your life for years. 3. If you think you're getting stronger, but you're stuck in negativity, you're poisoning your soul. Practice the Stoic principle of amor fati, the love of fate. Train your eyes to see the lesson in every setback, the opportunity in every hardship, and the fuel in every failure. Because when you focus on the bad, you become a prisoner. But when you choose meaning, you become a warrior. 4. Stop squandering your time. Imagine this: every morning you wake up with $86,400 in your bank. By midnight, it disappears. Would you waste a single dollar? You do that every day with seconds, not money. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." You scroll aimlessly for 2 hours. You binge content that teaches nothing. You overthink instead of act. You chase distractions like a starving dog chasing scraps. Meanwhile, death is ticking. Your future self is watching, screaming silently, "Wake up!" The Stoics lived as if every day was their last. You live as if you're immortal. If you don't respect time, time won't respect you. And when you finally open your eyes, you might be 40, 50, 60, surrounded by nothing but regret and what ifs. 5. Don't respond impulsively. You say things you don't mean. You react emotionally. You explode, then regret. You're not in control, you're a puppet of your own emotions. The Stoics believe that to be ruled by emotion is to live as a slave. When you act on impulse, you break what can't be fixed. You say what can't be unsaid. You choose. From weakness, and weakness spreads like poison. Breathe. Pause, detach, let others be loud. Emotional, reactive, you be unshakable. Because self-control is power. And in a world of chaos, your calm becomes your superpower. You're already halfway across the battlefield. You've seen the chains. You've felt the cuts. Let me know in the comments, how many of these 5 habits have you seen in yourself? But we're not done. There are 4 more. The ones you've carried longest. The ones that feel like you, but they're not. The Stoics would say they aren't your nature. They're infections. And it's time to cut them out. 6. Release. The weight of grudges. Some of you are married to your pain. You feed it. Protect it. Build shrines in your mind for the people who hurt you. They hurt you once, but you've hurt yourself every day since. Marcus Aurelius said, "How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it?" You keep replaying what they said. You still want revenge. You think forgiveness is weakness. But here's the truth. Most of the people you're bitter at have moved on. They don't think about you. You are the only one still bleeding. The Stoics knew. Holding a grudge is like drinking poison and hoping someone else dies. It burns your peace. It hijacks your focus. It turns your mind into a prison. Forgiveness isn't about letting them go. It's about setting yourself free. Drop the weight. Walk forward. Once you let go of old grudges, your mind becomes lighter, your vision clearer. But to truly move forward, you must face the habits that secretly sabotage your focus and inner power every single day. 7. Stop second-guessing yourself. Indecision is a slow death. You overthink. You doubt. You wait for the perfect time. And while you hesitate, life quietly slips away. Remember what Seneca said. If one does not know to which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable. The harsh truth, you don't trust yourself. You've turned every decision into a ritual of anxiety. You ask 10 people for opinions. You Google for hours. You write a plan, then rewrite it 20 times. And when it's time to act, you freeze. The Stoics would call this cowardice. You don't lack clarity. You lack courage. The warrior takes action. The philosopher chooses a path and walks it. But you're stuck in your own head, trapped by the fear of being wrong. Let this sink in. Not choosing is still a choice, and it's often the worst one. Decide, act, adapt. That's all. There is no perfect time, only now. 8. Stop letting unworthy people into your gates. Your energy is a fortress, but you've left the gates wide open. You let anyone in because they're nice, fun, or attractive. Then you wonder why you feel drained, betrayed, disrespected. Seneca said, associate with people who are likely to improve you. Look around. How many of your friends challenge you to grow? How many relationships actually nourish your soul? Instead of slowly eating away at it, the Stoics didn't waste time with shallow people. They believed your inner circle should reflect your standards. But most of you are so afraid of being alone that you tolerate anything. Fake loyalty, manipulators, cowards, time-wasters. All because being alone scares you more than being drained. But here's the brutal truth. Loneliness is better than spiritual rot. Audit your circle. Tighten your gates. Because every time you let an unworthy person in, you're sending a message to the universe. I don't value myself. 9. Escape the trap of endless hustle. Some of you are addicted to productivity like it's a drug. You wear busy like a badge, but deep down you feel empty. You grind. You chase. You burn out. But ask yourself, what are you even building? Busy does not equal productive. The Stoics warned of motion without meaning. They didn't believe in burnout. They believed in balance. You think rest is weakness. You think slowing down means you're losing. But you're confusing movement with progress. You run from stillness because when everything gets quiet, the truth starts shouting. And the truth is, You no longer know why you're doing any of this. What good is hustle if it costs you your peace? What's the point of building a kingdom if you become a ghost inside it? Stop worshipping busyness. Stop measuring your worth in how little you sleep. The Stoic path isn't about doing more. It's about doing what truly matters. Let the old version of yourself burn to ashes. After letting the old version of yourself burn to ash, you begin to realize this journey isn't just about quitting habits. It's about killing an identity, burying a weaker version of yourself, the one who tolerated too much, reacted too quickly, trusted too easily, and never stood guard at the gates of his own life. You're not just dropping habits, you're eliminating old selves. You're laying to rest the version of you who broke under pressure, reacted out of impulse, trusted the wrong people, and left his mind wide open to chaos. This path, it's not easy. It's painful. It's lonely. It demands you strip away everything that once felt comfortable and safe. But that's the price of transformation. Epictetus once said, "First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This isn't about becoming a philosopher. It's about becoming a force of nature, unshakable, clear, disciplined, dangerous in the right ways. 9 habits, 9 daggers. You've been stabbing yourself with them every single day. Now you know. Now it's on you. Pull them out. Let the blood hit the floor and walk away lighter, stronger, reborn. Reborn as a modern Stoic, forged in fire and silence. Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, make sure you hit like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.